Hi everyone, it's just me. Just been thinking, my thoughts for the week is about just me being an artist. I talk a lot about my spiritual self, but I don't talk much about my artistic self and what I believe an artist is. So I've been looking at lots of works and helping a lot of people be better in their art. But the big difference I see on who I can see is going to survive as an artist and who's just going to not become an artist is more about their attitude and their energy. I believe that every artwork that you do has an energetic signature. And I can feel when you enjoy doing art or enjoy doing that work. And I can tell where people just do it because they like the idea of it. There is a different energy on between people who really do want to strive to be artists who than to people who just want to be creative. I will probably do a course around this because I know there's a lot of artists in my circle that really do feel passionate about being an artist and do have the same struggles as me and tell you what I've discovered. I think it's this energy and attitude that I feel has made me a real artist. And that's why I probably hasn't succumbed to the graphic design world, even though I do graphic design for certain people, but how I haven't made it a full-time thing and only made it like when I want to thing. And to why I probably haven't worked for certain people. Since I'm an artist, I like expressing all my energy in every work I do. I don't like restricting myself and I want it to grow and I want it to expand and I want it to be the full potential of myself. And I guess that's my addiction is expressing myself through art and it is addiction and I probably drive so many people insane in my life because they don't really understand it and don't understand why I invest so much money in money and time in what I do, but it's just what my heart needs to do. Um, and I think it's this obsession that makes the difference between a person who wants to be a creative and a person who wants to be an artist. And I just, as I said, I can tell through the energy of people who do love it and who don't do it. And I know this is why I have made that decision just to keep with the art that I enjoy. I find it hard to paint, draw, design anything that doesn't embody myself, that doesn't encapsulate what I believe, doesn't take on what I feel. I like to invest all my emotional self and all express all myself through my art. And I don't like to limit myself. And I think that's what's pushed me towards doing spirit animals portraits because the energy there is so raw and so spiritual and it just embodies me, but it embodies the people that I have connections with through this, like when I connect with the client and that. And it allows me to expand my energy really, really far. But that's my art. And every artist is different, and every artist needs to express themselves differently. I was talking to an artist that I was helping today. Her gesture expressions, the way she expressed herself was amazing. But her technical skills weren't really up to it. But then that was because she was 12 years old. But she was really hard on herself and felt really bad because she was in a digital group full of other people. And some of those people being adults who have taken that time to develop their skills and learn their own passion and learn their own technique. And trying to convince this person that she had all she needed at this time to be a great artist was really difficult because artists sometimes do brand themselves with their technical skills. And if you look at the whole reality things, not every artist has great technical skills. Just every artist that has allowed freedom in their art and has allowed some sort of energetic exchange to come back to them is they've allowed themselves the freedom to do their art, the freedom to be their art, and the freedom to be proud about their art. And that's the only way that they've sort of got the return from their art is because they've walked the talk, not just saying, I want to be an artist. They actually walked the energy, engaged in the energy, learnt from the energy, and created their journey through the energy of being an artist. And that's the difference with being creative and being an artist. An artist is a journey, it's a pilgrim. And you have to start from the bottom of the hill and learn your own way to navigate that hill to be on top. And you have to go through a lot of challenges. Being an artist is not an easy road to take. I know for certain, and I'm only seeing the rewards, even though I wanted to be an artist since I was 5 years old. So that's the thing. And a lot of us have to really sell a part of ourselves just so we can do art. Mine, because we are quite different in our thinking. And sometimes doing the work that's probably easy for you is not so easy for us because we're totally in a completely different cosmos and completely energy to someone who's good at maths, who's good at accounting, that's good with people. You're sort of here on earth being settled and grounded, where an artist is probably a little bit above that. And sometimes being quite grounded in reality is really difficult for us. I'm lucky that I had so many life experiences that sort of made me feel grounded and settled me here. But still, I feel quite uneasy just going to my retail job because I would want to be dreaming and creating a better life, creating a different world. And sometimes God bless my job, you know. But sometimes I feel like I could be more or do more than just retail. And I have difficult challenges with people too because I am that empathic nature and I am sensitive and I can see straight through people and straight through their intentions. So I think that's my difficult things because I know not everyone likes me at work, and me being sensitive, that really hurts my feelings. But I have to remember I'm an empath. Not everyone knows how to navigate people's feelings like me. And I got to try not to take it personally because it's not my self-awareness how they treat me. It's their self-awareness and it's their learning trip. And I have to remind myself this all the time. My self-awareness is me getting hurt by other people's opinions. That's all it is. It's not that nothing wrong with me. But I think a lot of artists also being empath know energetic signatures. They understand energy. But so when we feel something or feel like that little bit of negative towards us, we feel it really bad, but then we just need to recalibrate and just remind myself that that's not my energy. That's not what I need to learn. I don't need to learn to toughen up. I don't need to learn to be less sensitive. I just need to learn that what's my energy, what's important to me, what's their energy, what's important to them, and learn to separate the two. Because if you're working with these people, they're not going to come home with you. They're just going to be at work, and that's probably the best place to leave it, is just at work, and just realize that you just maybe have to take that breath, go through it, come home and dissolve and not think about them, because that's not part of your energetic signature. It's not what you want to bring into the world. It's what they want to manifest into the world. So you just got to remember that that's their manifestation at this point in time, and bring your little energy a little bit higher. Remember, what's your manifestation of this time? And I know, being an artist, my manifestation is bringing wonderful, beautiful energy into the world, reminding people of love, reminding people of kindness. This is my energetic signature that I want to bring into the world through my painting. And I think that's the hardest challenge for me, is understanding my own energetic signature and understanding other people's. And we're all at different levels of manifesting. And it's your choice when you want to be. And I got back into my spiritual side. Sorry about that, guys. But I think a lot of artists are quite like me and quite aware of energy outside practical energy. We just understand things that are beyond us. And usually our usually artists are a lot more deeper than other people and think about different ways to make change. Our change is not as practical as others because we are on a different level than practical, but we still want to implement change and we still want to see change, but we're always looking for better ways to find change or better ways to make things look more beautiful or better ways of communicating to the world our way, not the way we're dictated to, our way. And that's a big challenge for us. Um, but I have a few notes on how to help artists become more grounded. So I probably should do that because I really see so many artists blooming that feel like they can't be an artist because of what's happening or nobody supporting them or nobody showing them the way. So I had to, I'm still climbing at my peak, but I've had to come from the bottom and come to at least here. So I've still got a bit of journeying to go and a lot to learn. And I think that's always going to be the artist's journey. You'll never stop learning. You'll never stop experiencing. You'll never stop feeling. But you have to start somewhere and you have to start believing in yourself somewhere. And even if that's just listening to that little energy inside of you saying, we're going to be an artist no matter what. Just start listening to that. Don't ignore the other people. That's their energy and their thoughts and beliefs. You're given this special gift to be an artist, and you've been given this energy and this little spark for a certain type of reason. And I'm talking about artists. Um, for everyone has this spark, this intuition about themselves that they need to develop. But sometimes we get stuck in other people's energy that we forget about it. It just sort of gets lost in the background until we're completely sad and depressed. And then we might decide to pick it up again to feel better. This is not how you should treat any gift that you have. You should treat it with reverence and doesn't have to be all about your life. And that's my greatest challenge at the moment because I am quite addicted of being an artist at the moment. But you have to make it a part of your life and you have to be disciplined at least to give it honor at least once a week to the things that you love, that spark inside of you that gives you presence, that makes you feel alive. Art is mine. Also, being with people and helping people expand is also my energy and what I want to do. So I'm sure all people, not only artists, have this. And I'm just talking from an artist's point of view because that's what I am. It took me a long time to own this because I thought like I was a shit for being an artist. I thought I was selfish being an artist. I thought I was just driving everyone insane. I still drive people insane, but they accept this is who I am for just being an artist. And I let people dampen my flames and just say, yeah, okay, I can't be an artist because everyone else wants me to be something else. And I end up almost committing suicide because that's taking away too much of who I am. And this is why I'm just saying if you've got a spark for something, honor that and do with that. And just, I guess I had to realize too when I went full blown artist, because I did do that for a while and that didn't work for me either because sometimes you need to maintain those other responsibilities as well. But that's probably another thing I can talk about as well, how I've learned to balance that and still be an artist, but still be a very good contributing person to society where anybody doesn't even know or care that I'm an artist, but people still see me as a great person. Um, but still, I'm an artist and I have totally embodied that and I want to help other artists totally embody that without fear or people resenting them for owning the word, owning the soul of being, I am a freaking artist. And you should go out there and be proud of it, not hide away, not hide in the shadows. I had two separate lives because I wanted to be an artist, but I felt like I had to hide it. It doesn't work that way. You have to be that artist. You have to be that person that makes you feel great. Anyway, I'm going to keep going about this because it's something I feel is important to me. And I see this challenge happen to so many people. And just because I've experienced it myself, I see other individuals go from it and be stunted in growth and stunted by being who they are. And it actually really makes me sad. And or sometimes I think I've even cried for other people just because of their situation. But that's, I guess, is my emotional signature and my emotional body of being so sensitive to myself and so sensitive to others that makes me want to do this work, that makes me want to come out and talk to you about this, that's actually pushed me out of my comfort zone for myself, but for others as well, because I want to, like, I've had the experience and I've had the trials too, and I don't want anyone else to sort of get smacked in the head because of other people's decisions and wake up and feeling lonely and lost and not having any path for themselves because they think the path that they've chosen for themselves is no good, disgusting, nobody's going to accept it. I don't want anyone to feel like that being an artist or feel like that living their dreams because that's how I was made to feel, and it gives you so much shame, guilt, and it made me feel sick. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. I want people to prime themselves to actually glow and glitter. And I know I sound so fanciful at the moment, but it kind of feels like I've been like that grey peacock for so long, trying to hold my feathers so close so I look like everyone else. And my feathers were dying and shriveling up. But once I started expanding them, I saw the beauty in myself. And I think female peacocks are ugly, but I can be a male peacock for this. But I just want to help people learn how to expand themselves and see the beauty in that without feeling shame, I meant, or guilt. I tried to say the both together, sorry. Because I'm actually just talking from my heart here. And sometimes when I just talk from my heart, the logical part gets totally tossed away. But the beauty and the love and expression comes in. And sometimes I just really love being that person where I'm just so expressive that sometimes what comes through is not so logical. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that because I got to go and get ready for my retail job and become grounded, self-reliant, practical Cassie. But I just thought I got to show people all of me and show people what my vulnerabilities are and help people through theirs and show myself who I am. I always try to be a little toughy, but I'm really not. I'm sensitive, and I think that's what gets me into so many problems because I just play it so well that I'm so self-managed, so self-reliant, and sometimes I turn around and go, wow, what happened? And it's because I haven't let people see the more vulnerable side of me, the more playful side of me, and that just because I'm putting on an act of how I feel like I should be at work or how I feel like I should be in certain situations. But, you know, I'm at home now. I'm in my beautiful home, in my beautiful energy. I can just be myself for this point in time and just express myself and tell you what's important to me. Anyway, I'm going now. Bye. Love yous all. Have a great week.